never been starting a race. So I just ran home as fast as I could. Alright, so the something or another 350 is underway. Alright, so I've had 0 laps in race trim. Oops. That was my own fault. It's probably good anyway to get a couple laps by myself. I did alright in qualifying. It's same old Phoenix, so I was able to qualify within 0.003 of the pole, but that was still only good for third. But I have no race trim laps, no practice, so I don't know how it's going to be on old tires, but generally speaking, this is same old Phoenix, so I can at least use my experience in that way, in that sense, but still have to. Oops, there's a yellow. Oh, I'm not. Shit. I set as admin, but I was on the wrong keyboard macro set, so. Oop. All right. One more for Jaws. Jaws was blended into the wall after he disconnected, so I didn't notice. So now we're letting him get his laps back since that was our fault. And Shemek and I caused a caution anyway, so. That was at least a little bit of a taste of what a green flag run is going to look like here. I was going to let them go by since I was parked pretty illegally. But they beat me anyway, so no worries. I'm going to be 210 to go now. At the restart. See if I can drive a little bit less bad, so I don't get way behind again. Got bumped a little bit there. I just took it conservatively. I'm not worried about trying to race my way to the front. I just need to get the feel for running in race trim, running in dirty air. Oops. That almost ended poorly. Shemek was kind of using an interesting line there. This is one of the tracks where you can really cut off distance, especially in turn 4. Um, you can take a really shallow line coming out of turn 4, and you cut off enough distance that you make up some pretty decent time. You'll lose it on the straightaway after that, obviously, so it's not... fuck. Reset my tires there. It's not necessarily the best long-term strategy or a line that you want to run all the time, but you can use it to make a pass, especially if somebody makes a mistake. You can cut off your distance, get around them, and then sort of block their path into turn 1. One of the biggest things you'll notice when driving Phoenix is that obviously the track's asymmetrical, so 1 and 2 is very different from 3 and 4, and that makes it obviously so it drives very different, but you also pass very differently in those 2 corners. So in 3 and 4 you get a little bit more flexibility with the outside line and the inside line are pretty equal. You don't get a huge advantage one end or another. Running the high line will give you can give you a lot of momentum going down the front stretch to complete a pass going into 1, but you can make a pass either direction and make it stick, because there is a lot of speed to be found there. On the other side, in turn 1, it's pretty much a 1 groove track. You can run a lane high and get a good launch off the corner that way, but it's hard to make a pass out there. You can complete a pass, but if you're not already beside or a good ways in front, you're not going to make it through too wide very easily. So slow down a bit so that I didn't knock Deluxe completely out of the ballpark. Oops. Fuck. And once again, we got another caution. It's usually how it ends up going at Phoenix. It's really easy to crash in turn 2, and it's really easy to get caught up in somebody else's crash in turn 2. So you'll see lots of cautions caused on the exit there, and then as we get later, people start getting a better hang for the turn. You won't have as many incidents, and usually get bunch of cautions early, a couple of good long runs, and then maybe a couple of cautions late. But yeah, we're 20 laps in and everything's great. Still a long way to go. Hopefully we can stop wrecking each other. Mainly, I can stop wrecking people. So I think I've caused 2 of the 3 cautions. And I was involved in the other. I saw something happened with Laugh and Shemek there, but I couldn't tell to call it a caution or not. Lux is kind of way out front. Took a really low line there. Lost all my momentum trying it. Did the same there. I'm going in really deep. Try to get burnout off of his game. That's not working. I'm just gonna let him go. Take a conventional route through there and try it again. You can really dive in deep there. You can also do that, dive in super deep into 3, and if you hit the grass, you do have room to save it, unlike on some tracks. If you hit that perfectly, running right next to the grass is the fastest way around in both turns 1 and 2, but you have to hit it perfect, otherwise you lose too much momentum. You're gonna get more consistency by running right next to the yellow line instead. It's not as fast if you hit the optimal line, but if you miss the optimal line, you're not going to lose as much momentum, and it's not going to hurt you in the long run as much. Ooh. The Lux and Burnout got together there, and then I got a bit crazy after I had passed them. So Jaws was having some major lag there. It looked like a disconnect, but it wasn't. But I guess he was out of the picture, so looks like he might be retiring, which is unfortunate, but sometimes your connection just isn't there. I was ran into Deluxe there. I forgot that I was ahead of him this time. I was aimed to just go straight through. Alright, so we're down to 5. Rip Jaws. Hopefully his connection will be better for next week. did get the beginnings of a long green flag run there, and we'd had a couple incidents that we fair played instead of calling cautions, but fortunately Jaws was not having good enough connection to continue. Oops. I didn't see what happened behind me, if Laugh and Shemek caused an issue, but since Shemek didn't call a caution, I'm gonna assume that we're still good to go. Deluxe and Burnout are now battling for the lead. Deluxe takes it cleanly. They slid each other down there. Deluxe with the big momentum from the high lane. I tried to cross him over, but ran into him instead. I'm being pretty conservative in 1 and 2. It's really easy to wreck somebody if you're doing anything too crazy. I'm just kind of trying to run my own line, and if it works out to where I can pass somebody, then I will. If it doesn't, then I won't. It's a freaky lag there. Boot from Deluxe. I wasn't gonna make that move stick until I got the help there. I was just kind of trying to intimidate Burnout. It sort of worked. I got my nose in there just enough that he gave me room. Oops. Laugh ran into Burnout, so Laugh should be the leader after all that. Me, Burnout, and Deluxe all independently wrecked. Laugh has been keeping it clean, so he got out in front. He ran into Burnout, but then... Oh! I was hoping I could make that stick. Fortunately, I hit the wrong part of the wall, so that... Oh, they did call a caution for that. Deluxe went through the grass and went like sliding up the track. Burnout went high to avoid him. I went even higher to try to avoid them both, and I almost made it stick, but I was trying to kind of do the hero move and wasn't really paying as much attention as I should have, and hit the wall later. It was a huge hit, which I guess is why Burnout called the caution, but it was a single car wreck. It was my mistake 100%. Okay. I thought Deluxe had it, but apparently not. Sorry to our millions of fans from North Korea, who I tried to make that stick for some entertaining esports action over in Best Korea, with Shimek being the #1 sports star in all of North Korea. Shit. Sorry to the millions of North Korean fans for wrecking Shimek there as well. Shimek's just gonna get fuel. Alrighty. This is like take 8 at Racing Not Like Idiots. The thing about Phoenix is it's very racy, but also very easy to get into a mistake. Off was all over the place there. I have no idea what was just happening. Also with the angles that your car goes versus the angles of the walls. on the backstretch, sorry, I got interrupted. The angles of the walls versus the angles that your car actually drives, it's really easy to get into somebody because you can't really run parallel with the wall, and so it ends up making it's like your car is twice as wide as it actually is because you're not able to go completely straight, as you can see. Here comes Shimek. Probably could have stayed out there. Yeah, I changed my mind. Want to get at least one restart up front for the practice. I've been kind of letting everybody else lead and just taking some, kind of tried to do my own line. But it really went there, so. See what I can do with some clean air and the advantage on the restart. Slightly older tires, but not too bad. Burnout was involved there, so if it was a caution, he can call it. I didn't see what happened, just saw a bunch of cars in the wall. Deluxe is hounding me. Deluxe is really fast today. Especially in the short runs he has been. Though we've only really had short runs, but... Are people coming over? getting really distracted. And it should be good to go for now. And I'm about to get lapped because of all that. Okay. I just need to run some decent laps here. Or get somebody else to wreck. That'd be nice too. I'm just completely off rhythm now. But I didn't have any practice on a long run, so I'm learning now, but I'm not very fast. I think the main problem is 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is an issue of aggression, not of lack of speed. I'm gonna battle burnout for it. Force them into a mistake. They still know that I'm fast. I can be, theoretically. I'm getting a bit of a hang. I think the main problem is I was distracted when I was transitioning from the older to the new tires, and so I wasn't really picking up on the nuances of what I needed to change in my line, and now I'm getting more of a feel for it. And with the new car that we have this year, you have to be a little bit more careful with your steering inputs versus the old. I know I'm being a little bit more cognizant of that. I don't have it perfect, and burnout's still faster than me, but at least have an idea. He's really driving aggressively. I'll give him the line though. Oops, that was dumb. I'm about to have to pit earlier than everybody. This will be fun. I didn't really set up for a pit there, but I didn't know if I had enough to make it another full lap. Alright. Question is, do I want tires? The answer is no. I need as much track position as possible. Hope for a caution. I'm screwed if I don't get a caution anyway, so might as well prepare for it. I should just be 2 laps down. Deluxe is pitting. God damn it! This is just a fucking waste of time. Alright, there's burnout in the pits. At least I'm not totally fucked. Just mostly fucked. There's one of my laps back. This will be in striking distance of something, maybe. There's Laugh pitting, so I think everybody's pit. I just can't focus. I'm sleepy and it's like 8,000 degrees in here. Alright, I did pass somebody. I'm not sure who. We've got about half a lap clear of going another lap down. So if Deluxe and Shemek are both on the lead lap, then that means that I would be in the lucky dog position. If Shemek isn't, then I'm not. I'm getting caught up by the two behind me, because they probably have full tires. And I do not. So, moral of the story is hopefully they wreck. That's my best option right now. Laugh's gonna catch me pretty quickly here. I don't know if I'm racing Laugh for position or if I'm racing him for the lucky dog, though. Alright, I'm racing him for, well, if Shemek's a lap down, then it doesn't matter. Oh, Deluxe just got lapped it either way, so. Now Shemek's about to get lapped. Shemek is on the same lap as me. I'm racing both Shemek and Laugh for position, but yeah, Deluxe is going to be the lucky dog regardless. Burnout's on a lap by himself at the moment, and I'm just totally fucked, even if we get a caution. I don't have tires to try to get a lap back. There's that. I'm caused, so I have to pit. 2 laps down. Deluxe is lucky dog. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's really hot. I'm the... no. I'm not the only one on my lap, but... Okay. Got a fan on, so that might help. That's much better. So yeah, I need about 8 cautions to get back into the race. I'm going to be racing with Laugh and Shemek for the lucky dog position. Burnout and Deluxe are both 2 laps ahead of the rest of us. It was a terrible restart. If I can get 1 lap back the old-fashioned way. Good lap. Those lap down cars all got 1 of our laps back. Shemek and I are now racing for the lucky dog, but we would be on the lead lap either way with a wave around. Deluxe and Burnout are battling for the lead behind us. Hopefully we can get another caution. Probably could have saved that without that extra bit of brake, but I wanted to be conservative. Shemek made some contact with me there. It's bringing Burnout back into us. Oh, he's letting me go. She didn't have to. Wasn't the nicest move in the world, but definitely not unfair. Definitely not intentional either. Whee. This is a good race, too bad all of us are laps down. Laugh got himself into the lucky dog position there. Blocked up there. Getting around Burnout isn't critical, but I I need either to be first in line or ahead of burnout. I'll have to be both. He got in the wall. I wasn't very clear about where I was aiming. He tried to avoid me, I think, but drove himself into the wall. He wasn't alongside of me though, so I didn't give him the lane. Oop. Frightening lag. Hey. Shemek with the nice celebration. Shemek is lucky. I'll at least be on the lead lap. I'll have to take the wave around, but at least in shouting distance. Laf decided to pit instead of taking the wave around, which means he'll be lucky dog next time around. Assuming that nobody else gets a lap down, but the problem with that is that he'll still be behind me. I don't know if Burnout or Deluxe is leader. I'm the only one on old tires at this point. I just kind of have to do my thing. I don't really need to race with Laf. He's on newer tires and has more to race for, so I'll just let him go. Hang out back here. Hope for a caution. Yeah, Burnout's calling it. And just like that, we're all back in the game. Well, the question is, I haven't really calculated fuel stuff. 11 seconds. It's getting iffy on if you can make it from here. There's the potential for people staying out. Shemek stays out. So yeah, we got 60 to go. There's no way I'm making 60 laps. 61 to go. So I'll definitely at least need a gas and go at the end. Probably I'll have to get about 10 to 15% more fuel. And now, after those couple of cautions, we're all back on the lead lap. Shumek stayed out, so he's the leader. He took off. Neither Deluxe or I were paying much attention. Try to give him space there, because that wasn't the most graceful of moves I've ever done. Lex came up into me there. Could have wrecked all of us, but we were able to save it. Good couple corners. That was not a very good corner. Went a bit wider than I was hoping for. Kind of lagged a little bit as that was all happening, and so I overreacted thinking I was dodging, but really I was just driving into the wall. Oh well, I tried. Gold star for effort. Got me there, which is unfortunate because I would have rather have been following the leader, but whatever. All right. All right. So now we should all be at least close on fuel. Might require a little bit of saving towards the end, but for me, everybody else might be good. Oops. Not a very graceful turn one for me. Thought I wrecked Deluxe there. I gave him just the right amount of push. Laugh with his personal best lap, as he's out front at the moment. Ooh, sorry, Deluxe. Give Deluxe the push there, because that was not very courteous. I forgot to turn off flux. Hopefully this doesn't cause a ridiculous amount of lag. Might be causing a lag in the stream quality, if so, I apologize. The flux transition is a little bit processor intensive. And now the track looks completely different. It's all orange and shit. Both of us got in the grass there. Laugh's lucky I did as well, because I gave him a little bit of push out of it. Burnout got in the grass. We're all getting in the grass now. Laugh back out to a decent lead. Once again, setting his personal best time. He's found some speed here. I went way too deep there. Oh. Yeah, he's gone. Okay. And that sucks for a laugh. He was putting a really great performance in there. Turn off flux because this is weird as shit. And steam. Usually I turn that shit off before the race, but I forgot. Much better. And now we don't have to worry about fuel, which is nice. Well, theoretically at least. I suppose if we have a delay and somebody stays out, then we could end up needing fuel, but not under normal circumstances. Just got him. Hey Carolyn, if possible, if Tony's coming, like, can you hold off for like 10 minutes?
I think he's already on his way.
Okay.
What I can do is get it out of the fridge and
Okay. Yeah, there's just, it's almost at the end.
get it ready.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Sorry about bug.
It's okay. Alrighty, we got 35 to go at the line. Neither me nor Deluxe took it very aggressively there. I should have blocked off Burnout a little bit more. I gave him the opening to take it 3 wide there. We both called it. Yeah. Laugh was trying to fake out and Instead hit the pit wall entry. Surprised somebody didn't stay out. It was only a couple percentage off on tires, but with 30 laps to go, 31 at the line, that's a pretty big disadvantage over the long haul. Kylie, you big goof. Alright, try again. 31 to go. Try to just keep it tight. Cut off as much distance as possible. Wasn't a great job there. Oops. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Did that work okay?
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Alright, this time Deluxe and Shemek are staying out. Probably not a bad strategy. Forgot not to take fuel. She was like curling her head around the the side of the window there. She's like standing up on the back of the couch. Gonna burn off a little bit of fuel while we're waiting. Right. Better than nothing. I got a little iffy there. I just backed out instead of trying to do anything crazy. Ooh, okay. There we go. Oh. I ended up crashing because I was. Oh. I ended up crashing watching them. That was dumb of me. I saw what was about to happen and it was it looked like it was gonna be funny, and I ended up crashing on the straightaway because I was paying more attention to that. I mean, it was gonna be a caution anyway, but I at least would have been ahead and had the option to stay out and be the leader. But I'll get that 3% extra tires. Might help. Shit. Forgot not to take fuel again. Alright, I'm gonna be third, which is nice. I'm burning off more fuel since I'm an idiot. I have room to make a move there, so I gave Laugh the boot. They can call that. I couldn't. Okay, I got going. Yeah, I gave Laugh the boot towards the end of the straightaway, so he was carrying more speed than he was expecting. That's what made him misjudge the corner. Shit, now I'm just misjudging the corner from lack of skill. $16 to go here. I think that was a caution, potentially. Apparently not. Just barely saw it out of my peripheral. Shemek got in the wall on my dirty air. Big snarling pack back there. $13 to go. $12. $11. $10. Can't believe they haven't caused a caution yet. Hey, right as I say it. 9 to go. Now what do you do? 9 to go, gonna have 7 to go at the line. I think I gotta take tires. Burnout's gonna follow me. Surprised nobody stayed out. Interesting. I'm gonna remember to not get fuel. My cord is tangled up in a way that it's kind of blocking my access to my fire key. Deluxe hit burnout there, so that's gonna put Shemek and Laugh ahead, it looks like. Yep. Okay. All right. Gonna have 7 to go at the line. I took that too easy. Burnout pushed Laugh past me. And he kind of blocked me on exit. He's trying to crowd me there, but ended up helping me. Burnout gives Laugh the push again. It's 5 to go. Burnout's trying to push Laugh. Not a bad strategy. 4 to go. Three. Two. One. Oh, Burnout made the big mistake on the straight, and that gives it to me. Nice. Woo. I thought he had me. I had a pretty bad corner there, and he was gonna have a good run on me. But he just tried to get a little bit too much on the straight so he could get a good launch into turn 3. And that cost him the win. So Deluxe ended up second, and Burnout, Laugh, and then Shemek. Can't really do donuts here. Tried to do a burnout on my defending winner thing. Do donuts on my champion logo. That had me stressed out because I was not as fast consistently as Burnout, and I had kind of gotten off rhythm there on the last couple laps, and so I thought he had a good shot at getting me, but he made the mistake, and that cleared it up for me, so I'll take it. Not bad considering I was all kinds of discombobulated during the start of the race.